Sandy is with us in Nashville. Hi, Sandy. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I've been agonizing over something for a few weeks, walking around my house saying, what would Dave say? What would Dave say? So today I decided to call and see what you would say about this. My husband wants to buy an Airbnb in Florida as an investment. We have no emergency fund. We have excellent credit. All we do have is the equity in our house, which we do have a mortgage on. I'm terrified about this idea. It would require a home equity line of credit and possibly another investment mortgage loan on top of that. So what?
You already know what Dave would say.
Yes, I do, I believe.
And do you want to know what Jade would say?
Yes.
Well, I might not be able to say it on the air, but but it ends in the word. It ends in the word no.
Yeah. Capital N-O. You're broke people.
Yeah.
Broke people don't need to buy investment properties. Broke people really don't need to buy high-risk investment properties. Broke people really don't need to buy high-risk investment properties in another state with all 100% borrowed money.
Ooh, and leveraged on your own home.
Right.
This goes sideways. It's got nowhere to go but bad.
Okay.
So let me tell you, he's been spending too much time on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what the idiots on TikTok will tell you. Okay. That running an Airbnb is 100% profit. You're going to make so much money. You're going to be just bathing in money. There's going to be cash everywhere. It fails to mention the renters that tear up your house. It fails to mention the times that it sits empty. It fails to mention the high management fees. It fails to mention all of the costs of your maid service. It fails to mention the fact that the local municipality decides that Airbnbs are no longer legal and they pass a law prohibiting Airbnb in your neighborhood, which is happening in some areas, and HOAs are preventing them left and right because they don't want a hotel in their neighborhood, which is essentially what a Airbnb is. And the things, if everything works perfect the way the Tic Tac guys say, you're going to be so rich it's unbelievable. But guess what? You and I live in the real world. It doesn't work that way. Running an Airbnb is a complete pain in the bahunkus.
Okay, that's exactly what every cell in me is screaming.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to convince him of that?
She's not going to sign the deed.
I'm praying.
I refuse to sign the HELOC. The house has your name on it in Tennessee as well. He can't get a HELOC without your signature.
Right.
No.
Okay. Well, no. I thank you all so much.
Yeah, we'll discuss the marriage aspects of this, but no.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, don't do it because, here's the thing. Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and he will have no lack of gain. Sandy, you have what's called common sense. Mm-hmm. You can perceive risk a mile away. Your husband has spent so much time on TikTok that he has no idea what real risk is and how much work and hassle and problems this is. You can make money running an Airbnb, but, you can also make money running a hotel, but it's called a full-time job. Somebody has to manage the hotel. Somebody has to manage the maintenance people. Somebody has to manage the maid service. Somebody has to this is not just found money that you walk out on the sidewalk and pick up a bale of money because you signed up for Airbnb because some moron on TikTok said it was a great idea.
It's passive. It's passive income, Dave.
There's no passive about it. You talk about active. This is about as active a piece of real estate as you can get. Again, there is situations where you can make bank on this if you're willing to go through the hassle and the hard work and put up with it, but it's not as much as people say it is. Mm-hmm. And it's certainly not as much as your gross rent projection is by freaking Airbnb. Because all they'll tell you is if you keep it full all the time, here's what we can get for it. Well, nobody keeps it full all the time. Number one. Number two, nobody puts everybody in there and 100% of them pay. Never happens. Nobody puts everybody in there and they don't tear it up beyond the level of their deposit.
Okay.
Never happens. So, dadgum, man. I got a 3 degrees of separation guy that has an expensive property that he put, and a bunch of characters went in there, and one of them killed the other one in his house.
Oh,
a murder
my gosh.
in his house.
Oh,
so
was
there
not
you go.
expecting that.
Yeah,
okay.
there you go. That's my love of Airbnb. It just went away right then. But that doesn't happen very often. But I mean, these characters, and this was not a house in the wrong end of town or whatever it is. You know, golly.
Sheesh.
No, this was people partying, and
they partied too hard. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, out of control. So yeah, it's is that going to happen? No, that's not going to happen.
Right.
All right, but the point is, you're running a high turnover, night to night, week to week rental. If this is not, you put a tenant in there and they stay in there a year, and you have an actual relationship with the tenant. So
here I am playing devil's advocate, as I sometimes do. There are listeners who want to get into that space, and we don't want them to listen to Tic Tac, as you call it. Yeah. What do you say to the person?
Pay cash for it after your home's paid for, baby step 7, and understand that you are embracing two things that no one talks about when you do Airbnb. High hassle factor, high risk.
Yeah.
And so you have to apply those to the numbers. It's the same thing when somebody goes to one of these nothing down real estate crap, and they go, I can rent the house for $1,000 and my payment's only $500. I'm going to cash flow $500. Well, let me tell you how that works in the end, okay? If that's the case, you're going to break even. With vacancy, with non-payment, with suing to evict them, with fixing the repairs beyond the deposits, with fixing the repairs that just happened to a house, the heat and air goes out, the roof leaks, paying the insurance, paying the taxes, messing with it. You got a $500 cash flow? No, you don't. You're breaking even. This is what people don't grasp. Well, I have a $500 cash flow. What that means is you don't know what the flip you're doing. You have no knowledge of how real estate really works. My homes and properties of all kinds are 100% paid for, and I swear, I wonder if some of them are going to cash flow then. Wow. You know, I mean, it's unbelievable.
And you do know Airbnb and wouldn't even get into it.
No. Winston Cruz runs all that stuff. Rachel's husband, he would shoot me if I proposed Airbnb. It would make his life miserable.
But why is that?
Well, the hassle factor versus the risk. It's not worth the risk. The juice ain't worth the squeeze.
There you go. That's what I want people to get. Like, just pay cash for a normal rental, right?
Yeah, that's what I would
Why
do.
even fool
But if
with
you want to do it, you probably could make more money. Net, you would make more money. Not probably.
If you can get it rolling.
If you have a reasonable property, you'll make more money doing an Airbnb than you would renting it out.
But not just some guy off the streets who thinks they're just gonna.
Yeah, net, you would do that. But even if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to be a landlord. Net, you'd make more money. But what you need to perceive is the extra hassle level. It is real.